Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having an amazing day. And if you haven't already, let's give the Lord some praise. So I was scrolling down the YouTube streets and I came up on this story that I heard long ago. And it just made me wanna go take a look. So it was about the child, her name was Gypse Rose, and how her mother made her have all these elements, claimed she had all these elements, and but her mama had a disease also. It was called something with the H, but I can't think, where like you make up these stories and all of this. Anyway, she made up that Miss Gypsy had leukemia, cancer. I don't know what all she didn't make up, but she made up this elaborate story, having people feel sorry for Miss Gypsy, you know, taking her to doctors, having her heavily medicated, and Gypsy never went to school. She had her eyes, surgery on her eyes when nothing was wrong with them. She had all her teeth removed because all the medicine that her mama had her on took out her teeth. And so Gypsy, as she got older, she got on the internet and she found Nick. Gypsy and Nick, it was on this Christian dating site. Gypsy knew how to do something, even though she didn't go to school. Those Disney movies taught her something. So she invited Nick to come go see Cinderella with her. She dressed up as the princess, and here come Nick as, the gentleman, dressed up as a gentleman, as a prince, I guess. And he came and he got Miss Gypsy, and they went to the movies. Well, Gypsy told her mama that she had to go to the bathroom. So here comes the prince. They meet up in the bathroom, in the handicapped bathroom, and they had their first sexual experience. That's all it took. So the next plan, Miss Gypsy, she made this elaborate plan to take her mother out of here. She was tired of being, sick when she really wasn't sick. But anyway, they made this plan to take her mother out of here. Her and Nick, she stole the knife from Walmart, and her and Nick went on with the plan. She went and she let Nick in. Nick took her to the bathroom so she wouldn't have to hear all the commotion that was going to be going on. So Nick goes into the mama room, and Nick proceeds to kill the Wicked Witch. We'll call her the Wicked Witch, because nothing really wasn't wrong with Gypsy. She just had her going through all these things for no reason. The disease she had made her make up all these things. Well, during that time, Gypsy learned all the tricks and the trades, in the princess, handbook. So that's how she convinced Nick. Then she goes and she gets questioned at the police station, making up all these elaborate stories as she know how. But the police wasn't falling for it. So eventually, Gypsy breaks down and she tells how, what happened, and then try to say that Nick raped her. Because, of course, as I told y'all, she learned all these things from the Wicked Witch. Well, anyway, she gets sentenced to prison. She goes to prison, and she said the best time of her life was in prison because she got to be around people. She got to learn people. She got to make friends. Now, that is something. When a person goes to prison and they figure out life, figure out there's other people besides me that's really nice and that ain't out to get me. Well, her and Nick, before they went, they had this big old dream, prince and princess, they gonna get married and they gonna live happily ever after. Guess what? When Gypsy was just released not too long ago, her and Nick made, rekindle and made up for lost time, and they are married. So the good thing to this story is that Gypsy now is a normal person. even though they on the slow spectrum, is still wonderful because now she knows what real love is. When she was thinking, that her mama loved her, going through all these things with her mama, that was just a wicked person raising her. But now, her and Nick are married. I think she just got out, 2 weeks ago. So that's the good ending to the story. Miss Gypsy Rose is now out of prison. Her and her prince met back up, and she became the real Cinderella to Nick. So that's the story of Miss Gypsy Rose. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to get on back out on these streets and find out on this episode, or where are they now? I'm going to find another person to come tell you about that y'all probably remember. So I think the next person I'm going to do is Dave Hester. Do y'all remember Dave Hester? The man on Storage Wars. I'm going to go see what he's up to. So until next time, I hope you have a blessed morning, night, noon, evening, whatever it may be when you see this video. I hope you have a blessed one, and peace.